What's up, guys? Today we're going to be watching a set from Gackt from his Kagaribi run because he actually went on a pretty crazy run to, I believe, 13th. So here we have Gackt versus a Falcon player named Nakatai, who is a really good Falcon. He's in top 32, so it's pretty telling. So before we start, just some thoughts about the matchup. I do think Ness beats Falcon decently convincingly, probably like +1. Because I think most matchups where Ness's hitboxes beat out the other character's hitboxes tend to be winning. Because you don't have the weakness of Ness being like super stubby. It also helps that Ness destroys Falcon off stage because you have double jump fair to kind of call out that range where a lot of Falcons tend to jump, and if they don't jump and go low, a lot of times they have to deal with yo-yo at ledge, which kind of destroys them. Alright, so starting off, I think what Gackt needs to do is to just stop Falcon from being able to just run in like that with his hitboxes. So you can kind of be like a wall with like forward airs and your aerials and such. Because if you just let Falcon like kind of like stomp all over, you can kind of get overwhelmed. So Gackt's doing a good job right now with that actually. He goes for down throw fair. Unfortunately a fake combo in this game, but some people fall for it. Here, like, yeah, the fairs are so good. Fortunately, gets reversal and takes, holy crap, that's like 90%. But yeah, you don't want to let that happen. Here, yeah, Gackt uses his really good recovering skills to just like delay the PK Thunder to not get down air. Unfortunately, that was a really good angle, but good timing from the Falcon. Ooh, I honestly think that should have been a fair. You could have got like a fair into grab, which would have been more damage, but a punish is a punish. But yeah, defending yourself off stage in this matchup and with Ness in general is really important. You want to make a wall with your aerials, kind of, just to like stop people from just going all on you. And here, yeah, Gackt loves that yo-yo at ledge. Okay, people talk about how Gackt like only yo-yos at ledge a lot of times at high percents, but you gotta understand like how broken the risk reward is. Like, a lot of times with a lot of characters, the only option out is to get attack. And like every other option you pick, you just die. And even if you get attack, like you still have stage. So I've been like thinking to myself, like, why am I thinking so hard on these ledge traps? I should just yo-yo. Oh, wow, that was a big jab lock opportunity, but I don't blame him for not assuming he's gonna miss attack. And yeah, Falcon does have pretty good advantage on Ness because he is floaty, and that was just a good sequence. Alright, so in this game, Gackt counterpicks a small battlefield. I honestly would have done the same if I was playing this matchup. I think this is probably Ness's best or second best stage with battlefield. I feel like the amount of space is just perfect, and obviously like with the platform setup, you can do stuff like, yeah, the PK fire there and do a lot of pressure. I feel like on PS2, like platform PK fire is a little less effective because of how big the stage is. Like, you just have way more space to get away. Alright, Nakatai's advantage does seem really good, which is scary for Ness. His raw floatiness. And here, Golden Scar. Unfortunately, Nakatai just does do a really good weave there. Yep, good parry and punish. I honestly think that might have been an up smash angle, but this is fun. And yep, there, Gackt is really good at reacting to rolls when doing yo-yo, which is something honestly I need to get better at. I feel like it should be like easy, but like, I don't know. Yeah, here unfortunately Gackt does mess up the reaction of the tech chase. And I think it's really important to not get reversal in this matchup for sure. That's something I've been trying to get better at in general while playing, is just being like kind of like an anti-reversal simulator. Like when I'm in advantage, like I need to minimize the amount of times I just like have my advantage turned to my opponents, which I think is really important. Nakatai is doing a really good job of avoiding these yo-yos, I will say. Interesting PK Thunder. I honestly would have just like stood there and like waited to see what he was doing. And if he went low, I would just yo-yo. Good punish. Here is really scary. I feel like Nakatai has a really good idea of Gackt's disadvantage habits right now with like the spot dodges and air dodges. Another amazing Gackt angle. I need to learn these Gackt recoveries. They're honestly like really impressive. Recovering with Ness, like all of the angles you could do is harder than people imagine. Yeah, this is really good for Gackt. Yeah, he had to get attack there or else he's gonna get hit. And here, yeah, I feel like in this situation, I would just start playing very out of shield. Because the Falcon like is the one that needs to approach, right? So if you're just like playing out of shield and getting away when you think they might grab, like you're playing a really good defensive game. You can just get out of shield, nairs, and all that. So in this next game, we go FD, which I don't think is too bad for Gackt. I feel like the only problem is that you might have a pretty hard time landing on the stage because of the lack of platform. But you also like prevent a lot of extensions from happening. So here, yeah, just some patient neutral. Just trying to like bait approaches, I feel, because if Falcon like runs in, you can just stuff it out with like an aerial or something. And here, yeah, I honestly would have definitely expected that roll in, because I just don't want my opponent to get stage control no matter what. Gackt loves those down tilts in the grabs, like they're super good. I feel like the difference between what Arnis to do is that when I get to down tilt, I get kind of scared that the grab won't work and I'll get like hit for something, so I'll tend to do like a defensive option after hitting all those down tilts a lot of time. Here, does he know? He does not know. So if you guys didn't know, in this situation, you have to either wait for all the charging hitboxes to go away from the yo-yo, or just time your jump like super well. I think I'm missing some like techniques you could do to get out of that, but if you guys want to know how to get out of that situation, you should watch Nestboy12's video. Yeah, that footstool magnet off ledge happens to me a lot by accident, because I'm actually trying to double jump magnet off ledge. It's funny that happens to Gackt too, but yeah, it's so good though. And here you go, that's unfortunate. You messed up the angle, but that angle is honestly really hard. And, like, I mess it up all the time. I don't even go for it because I'm scared I'm just gonna like SC by accident. Here, yeah, I would have done that exact same drop down up air. Just like the landing uppers are super good versus Falcon, and like the rising uppers from ledge is super good. Is he dead? Dang, yeah, unfortunately. That is a really awkward angle when you get under the stage there. But how did he get into the situation? It was literally from that drop down up air. And yeah, definitely got to be careful with your double jumps. I don't blame him though. Yeah, he just messed up the angle a little bit. If he went like a little lower on that PK Thunder, he would have just went to ledge. But in general, you just don't want to get into that situation in the first place. After that drop down up air, I probably like would recommend like air dodging or something. Alright, next we go back to small battlefield. Good stage nest, good counter pick. Here, like, it's kind of showing what Falcon has in this matchup. Like, he's just getting advantage stated, and Ness has a really hard time landing for that versus that kind of stuff. Here, oh my god, he barely got away from that down tilt. I feel like Nakatai knew that he was gonna do that PK Thunder recovery. Oh my god, he won this. I want to see how he brought this back. Here, yeah, that down tilt in the corner does insane damage. I opt for that instead of like an easy grab a lot of times, just because of how much damage it does. He catches double jump. This should be a free kill. Okay, I would just yo-yo, but the fair works there perfectly too, because I guess the yo-yos actually have not been working out so well for Gackt to set in terms of the edge guarding. Here, this is scary. Yeah, that was a really good weave. Something you gotta abuse with Ness when you're oh, it's scary. Something you gotta abuse with Ness is your insane aerial acceleration and just like weave everywhere, so you're like impossible to edge guard. I actually would have down throw there to put into a platform tech chase, but putting Falcon off stage is good anyways. Damn, Gackt brought this back. I didn't even like look at how. Here, okay, I don't know what Nakatai is doing there. That was like terrible. But yeah, that was a really good jump call out. Yeah. And here, yeah, the short hop fairs and the drip back, just a good way to poke at pretty much any character in the game. Honestly, I don't necessarily agree with these down throws from Gackt. Oh my god, he almost got jab locked. Comboed. But yeah, I don't agree with these down throws. I think you should just like F throw or something. Because versus any player like with like a brain or that doesn't play like Bowser or something, you're not gonna get anything out of down throw at 0. This is scary, yeah. I think Gackt like ledge traps the hell out of the Falcon here, if I remember. Oh wait, never mind. That the ledge trapping did not happen. That was just unfortunate FD. But honestly, it's scary as Falcon in this situation. I feel like Ness can just like explode you. Alright, so in this final game, we do go PS2. Not bad for either sides. Just very neutral for these characters, I feel. How's the guy punish this? No, you gotta stop. Oh wait, what the heck? Down throw worked. Why did DI in? Here, yeah, that fair leads to a tech chase. He unfortunately just didn't tech. I wouldn't expect him to miss a tech either. That was a crazy punish. Yeah, I feel like Ness players like a lot of them automatically go for that double jump fair. And that was like a super good call, not gonna lie, because I'm pretty sure he tried to double jump fair again. But yeah, it's kind of like the bot, like I'm scared option from this at ledge. So those are really good punches. I want to see how he brings us back. Like again? Damn. Oh, we actually got the multi-mag off it. That was so good. Because normally you would just like magnet nair or something there. But Gackt here, he recognized that he got the first hit. So he just went for the multi-mag so he can gain stage control from a multi-mag back throw. When I would probably just go for like magnet one hit nair. Here, yeah, playing out of shield is super good versus Falcon, like I was saying. Versus characters that like don't have as many save moves on shield, you just gotta play out of shield, I feel. Just bait them to hit your shield. Alright, I see this as a game plan. I think it's really good to just like play like dash shield, and then like when you think they're gonna grab, you just bait them. Like you just like get the fuck out, basically. Here, yeah, he reversals him. I'm not sure if he meant to go over stage, but it worked out. Here, oh, I'm starting to see how this comeback came to be. And here, what's called, that was actually good from the Falcon. Like, he knew Gackt was gonna press the button, but he just mistimed it. Making a wall at the back is also super good versus Falcon. This is super scary, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, he tried to read his directional air dodge, which is a very Ness option, I'm not gonna lie. Here, yeah, that was super good. He knew he was gonna jump. He just like got into a good position back. So he gets him off stage here. Oh, and he unfortunately grabs ledge by accident, I feel. So he messes up his edge guard. That would have been a good yo-yo opportunity, but he got the kill anyways. Here, I feel like you just have to avoid any potential combo starters because you can literally die, probably. Like an upper knee. Yeah, good play from Gackt avoiding those. And here, yeah, I feel like Gackt realized how broken the PK fires are versus Falcon off stage. Like, he does it again here, I'm pretty sure. Yep. I feel like he didn't realize that until like this very last like stock. But it led to so much damage. Ness ledge traps the hell out of Falcon. Like here, yep, playing out of shield. And yeah, just being a wall with that back here. Goes high, and yep, that's checkmate. Yeah, I feel like on that last stock, Gackt just like turned up in the advantage state, which led to the win. Alright, so before the video ends, I'm just gonna go over some takeaways that I think I thought of while watching the set. So first off, versus characters that have hitboxes that your own hitbox beat out, you should view yourself as kind of like a wall or a sortie, because you can just stuff out their approaches. I feel like you can be kind of like a vortex that if your opponent gets near you, they'll literally just get hit by an aerial. So some ways you can do this is just like forward air and drift away if you see that it doesn't hit. A double jump back air into landing back air is also really good for this purpose. Like when I'm fighting a character that's stubby, let's say like Puff, and I have the lead, I just start doing this, and they don't have many ways to contest it. Also just like Nair in general. Next I'm going to be talking about the anti-reversal simulator. So basically if you're in advantage, like I saw Gackt kind of do this, but he kind of like overcommitted on like a jump back here like this, I think. And when he missed, right, he guessed wrong. He like just immediately got punished by like a Falcon up air and took a bunch of percent. So basically, I think when you're in advantage, you just got to minimize some situations. Like when you're going for an option to like potentially read them while they're in disadvantage, you don't want to do it in a way that if you miss, you're going to get punished. So I would recommend just doing like lower committal things or stuff like, let's say a double jump nest fair. If you miss, you just immediately get back to stage. So doing stuff like that in advantage is super good, and you can avoid getting reversal. My final point is that yo-yo to ledge trap is absurd. Like I feel like I've been overthinking a lot of my ledge traps, but like doing a bunch of like extra stuff. But like think about it, down smash and up smash if spaced in a way that covers roll and just get up. A lot of characters' only options are to get attack, and like if you get attack, like who cares? You still have stage control a lot of the time. And if you do end up hitting it, you either die to up smash at probably around like 110, or you get down smashed, and which will literally kill you at like 70% if you have bad recovery, and sometimes just like in general. Alright, that'll be all. Let me know if you guys have any video suggestions or anything you want me to do next.